They say you don't just marry a person, you marry their whole family. Wise words. But what they don't tell you is what happens when you marry the lastborn. Let me tell you, it's a whole different universe. My name is Alex, and my life changed forever the day I said I do to Sarah, the youngest of 5. Buckle up, because this story is a wild ride. Before I met Sarah, my life was, well, predictable. I was an accountant. My days were filled with spreadsheets, my weekends with quiet hobbies. Then, Sarah danced into my life at a friend's wedding, a whirlwind of laughter and bright colors. She was vibrant, spontaneous, and utterly captivating. She told me she was the baby of the family, and I just smiled, thinking it was a cute nickname. Oh, how naive I was. I had no idea that baby of the family wasn't a nickname. It was a job title with a lifetime contract, and I was about to become an honorary board member. Our first official Meet the Family dinner was my initiation. I walked into her parents' house expecting a nice, quiet meal. What I got was an interrogation panel that would make the CIA proud. Her 4 older siblings, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, sat across from me like a row of judges. They weren't mean, not at all. They were protective, intensely protective. Her oldest brother, a stoic police officer named Mark, sized me up like I was a suspect in a lineup. Her sister, a high-powered lawyer, cross-examined my 5-year plan. The other 2 siblings chimed in with questions about my intentions, my finances, my favorite color, probably my blood type. And Sarah? She just sat there, beaming, occasionally saying, "Isn't he great?" while her family collectively squinted. I felt like a museum exhibit titled, "Man Dating Our Precious Jewel." Dating a lastborn is like having a team of Secret Service agents you never hired. One time I was planning a surprise birthday trip for Sarah. I thought I was being so clever, booking flights and a hotel in secret. The day before we were supposed to leave, her second oldest sister, a teacher, called me. "Hi, Alex," she said casually. "I just wanted to make sure you packed Sarah's favorite fuzzy socks. She gets cold on airplanes. And remember her travel pillow? And the ginger candies for motion sickness? Oh, and the forecast says rain, so an umbrella is a must." I was speechless. How did she know? It turns out my search history was no match for the sibling intelligence network. They had pieced together my plan from cryptic clues I'd dropped and a shared family calendar I didn't even know existed. The surprise was blown, but Sarah got her fuzzy socks, so I guess it was a win. The thing is, each sibling had a designated role. Mark was the muscle and the handyman. If my car made a weird noise, he'd be under the hood before I could even find my phone to Google a mechanic. Her lawyer sister was our personal legal consultant for everything from rental agreements to deciphering appliance warranties. Her other sister was the social planner and emotional guru, and her other brother was the tech whiz. They were a self-sufficient, highly efficient support system, and Sarah was the queen bee at the center of it all. As her partner, I was welcomed into this ecosystem, but I had to learn the rules. Rule number 1, if Sarah has a problem, there's a 99% chance a sibling is already on it. When I proposed, I didn't just ask Sarah. I presented a full-blown business proposal to her entire family. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but not by much. I took her dad out for lunch to ask for his blessing, which turned into a conference call with the 2 brothers who wanted to vet my character one last time. When I finally got down on one knee, and Sarah tearfully said yes, I could practically feel the collective sigh of relief from 4 different zip codes. The engagement announcement on the family group chat exploded with more exclamation points and celebratory emojis than a New Year's Eve countdown. Our wedding planning was a masterclass in committee decision-making. I had one opinion. Sarah had one opinion. And her 4 siblings had about 100. The venue, the guest list, the flavor of the cake, everything was a family debate. At one point, I found myself in a heated discussion about the merits of lilac versus lavender for the bridesmaid dresses with people I had met less than a year ago. But here's the crazy part. It wasn't annoying. It was amazing. They weren't taking over. They were pouring their love and energy into making our day perfect. They cared so much because Sarah meant the world to them. Seeing that profound love, I realized I wasn't just gaining a wife. I was being grafted into a family tree with the strongest roots I had ever seen. Now, years into our marriage, life is anything but predictable. Our house is the central hub. There's always a sibling stopping by, a niece or nephew running through the living room, a family potluck materializing out of nowhere. My quiet, spreadsheet-filled life has been replaced by beautiful, glorious chaos. I've learned to fix a leaky faucet from one brother-in-law and debate politics with the other. I've received parenting advice, career coaching, and more home-cooked meals than I can count. Marrying the lastborn means you're never alone. You have a built-in support system, a team of cheerleaders, and a panel of advisors for every challenge life throws at you. It means that when you're celebrating a win, the applause is 5 times louder. And when you're going through a tough time, there are 5 extra shoulders to lean on. Sarah is still the vibrant, spontaneous woman I fell in love with. But now I understand that her confidence and free spirit were nurtured in the safety net of her family is unconditional love. They say the baby of the family is spoiled, and maybe they are. But they are spoiled with love, attention, and support. And when you marry them, that love spills over and enriches your own life in ways you could never imagine. It's loud, it's messy, and it's the best decision I ever made. I didn't just marry Sarah. I married a team, a legacy, a force of nature, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thanks for hanging out with me and listening to my story. If you've got a crazy marrying into the family story of your own, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to read it. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.